Wait, what's the account name? We are going to be looking at Midshield, actually, that's the account name. So let me change that. And up next, I don't know, I'll say. So we are looking at Midshield. Volskaya, decent ranked map. Looking at your team, you have some damage on the Hanzo, you have Zarya, so it should be fine. All I want you to do is don't stand forever on the choke. I don't expect you to at Diamond. Oh, we have an Ashe actually, rather than Hanzo. So we just got a lot of shield pressure. The reason I said Hanzo was really good is because Hanzo can really help you get shield pressure up. Just in general, with Hanzo, you can do a lot of shield damage to the other Vine, and that can give you an advantage. In this case, now that you have an Ashe, you are probably not going to wield the Shin Ward. The Shield Ward, I mean. So you need to get aggressive. That's how you're gonna win this. Don't just stand at the choke, don't just stand at the choke. I know your team is coming, your team is here. Okay, push, push, push. Go, 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 go. You don't have a Lucio, but that's fine. Just go, go, go. They try to go, your team is not pushing with you. Either because you didn't wait for them, and I want to see what happened here. Here, you're okay. I think your Brick tried to rotate with you. No, you didn't even try to rotate, you just went aggressive. Shield your team. Like, your Zarya and your Reinhardt are not in position to follow you when you're going in, so this is bad. Always try to see where your team is and go forward with them. And if you're going to go aggressive, you kinda need to shield. Because otherwise this happens. Until you're in melee range with the Rhine, like, what are you swinging at right now? Not at the Rhine, you're not swinging at anything, in fact. And you just lose half health, half shield. We don't get close to the Rhine, and our team doesn't manage to get any progress. Yorana is also telling you that she cannot see you right now. That's why she's spamming group up with me, group up with me, group up with me. You are going by yourself. What's this? I don't know what else I can say. Like, don't go by yourself. You are literally, like, I can make it even clearer. Hold on. Brick is dead. Ashe shouldn't be with you, but Zarya and Ana should be closer to you, and they cannot, because rather than waiting for them, trying to regroup, or playing this corner maybe that they've given you, like, your team has managed to push to here and chase them off to here. You can try to play this corner, maybe this. You're just going for the backline by yourself. You're not a flanker. You're Reinhardt. You should be here, maybe here, maybe here. Okay. So again, they've just given us the choke, which is really good. Like, all of them went back to try to chase our Som route, which, yeah, some just have very weird plays to set up. But you know what? I'm no one to judge if this works for them. Too long don't breathe. Your Sombra actually won this choke for you, and that's really good, right? Just make sure that everything is okay. Test. Yep, I can hear myself fine. So you're trying to push, You can move up to this corner for free. You don't have to wait for your team to move here. So long as you don't go aggressive. And this Rhine, again, I usually explain sidelines. This case, this is your team's sideline, up to here. This is the enemy sideline. Your Rhine is pushing into your sideline, so you don't want to push into their sideline until your team is ready. You're kind of doing that. You're kind of going a little bit aggressive and then coming back. I don't want you to do that. If you're going to go past, like, if this, like, I guess your Ashe has more of, like, this sideline for your team, because we have this open little couple over here that can just shoot like this. But if this is the enemy team's sideline, right? Because they got these two, they got the Pharah over here who can also just... But mostly this, right? The idea is this. Maybe a little bit more broad like that. And your teams got this. Because you got this, but this is the one you usually play with. If your team's behind you. As soon as you push into their sideline, you are exposing yourself. So don't just dance around with this. This is a bad idea. Don't just keep going back and forth between both sides. If you're going to go aggressive on their sideline. But you cannot just keep waiting here and be like, am I going in? I'm not going in. Because when you do this, you're taking a ton of damage. Like, the enemy can pressure you really hard. Now that you got Nano, I expect you to just go ham. Aggressive, 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 aggressive. You counterpin, you get melted. You never went aggressive. So this is Nano. You take a step forward. You shield. What are we shielding? You are Nano. You are like pink. You like Nano Rhine. Just go at the Rhine. Don't charge in, but walk forwards rather than shielding, and you start swinging right away. This is the case where you should have started swinging right away. You even got the bubble. You counterpin, which is okay, but you could have gotten one more swing on this Rhine if you had just not shielded at the beginning. And it would have been pretty meaningful. Like, you could be at like 85+% shatter with this. Then you just get anti because of the counterpin, and you have to get out, which is fine. You get deleted, which is also a problem. But yeah, like, you are taking a lot of time to engage, which is just letting their team melt away at your team resources. This would be the right way to play things if you had the Pharah. Or maybe if you had like Hanzo, McCree, or I don't know. If you had more shield break, I would be fine with you just waiting on the corner, trying to trade damage, because at that point you're going to win the resource war. Because, you know, at that point you've got more damage, but you got Ash, who doesn't do a lot of damage, and Sombra, who also doesn't do a lot of damage. So you've got to just create space and try to get value. Don't go in, by the way. Both of your supports are dead to the Genji in your backline. Well, over there. I guess your supports just stagger themselves, but don't go in. What are you doing? Oh my god. Who's gonna help you? Please. I think you kind of realize that you are in way over your head. And your Zarya and your team came to help you, but you lost a lot of resources. That could have ended really, really, really badly. Don't do that ever again, just wait for your team. What are you doing? You're just waiting, you're just waiting, you're just waiting. Okay, now you're trying to push forward. 5 strikes, okay. Your team is a little bit behind you. If you're gonna collect this, make sure your team is with you. Because your team is making a different rotation than you are. And this is bad. No, like, that man just misses the shatter on everyone, which is really good for us. Oh, hi, streamers. EMP shatter, really good. And we win this fight with EMP shatter, I assume. But your rotation wasn't good. They Nano Blade, even though the fight is lost. You just swing at the Genji, you get slept, but it's fine. Even if you... Oh my god. Even if you die, I was gonna say we should still win this fight. Yeah. I'm actually happy with that. They invested Nano Blade into a losing fight, which is good. Coin Monkey, just want Monkey to come back faster. You did just use Shatter, so it's okay. And I actually like this rotation, like, yeah, you didn't wait for your team, like, your Ana never could push in, your Zarya is also not going with you, which is not ideal, but you just went around, like, you didn't spend a lot of damage, you just went, so the rank was on an off angle, and you went, okay, now the Pharah can't spam me anymore, and I can get this Rhine. and you immediately turn around and do exactly the opposite. Hey, now the Pharah can spam at me. And me and everyone behind me. Do you actually think you're doing anything? Shield up a little bit, but also be closer to your team. Again, Ryan is a team player. You cannot be going by yourself unless your team is with you. And here it honestly just feels like you and your team want to do different things. Like, you went this way, this would have been good if your team followed, which they didn't. This would have been okay, staying here out of the line of sight of the Pharah. Try to get the Reinhardt, this would have been okay, but you just came back and did nothing. Because the idea is that you can get your team past the choke. Once you get past the choke, the Pharah is a lot more difficult to avoid because she can go behind your team and take a different angle and whatnot. But in this case, what you did was this. If this is what the Pharah is spamming, rather than letting my team through or having my team follow me this way, you went in without your team. Like, again, the idea was good. You just didn't wait for your team. You just went in. 1v1 in the Rhine could have been fine. And playing here could have been fine, but the choke is open. And when you came back, you still didn't cover the choke. You just went here. And your team was here. And they just got outspammed by the Pharah. Here, standing at the choke, not a good idea. You finally push through. Your team is not with you, which I hate. This is the biggest pet peeve of mine. Ryan is a team tank. You cannot push by yourself. Wait for your team. You can look behind you if you really have to. And I'm glad this Pharah is not shooting at your team from above. But you are not really shielding anything, and that's what I wanted to show you. Like, what are you shielding? You're kinda maybe shielding only yourself. And that's not the idea. You should shield everything. You have a big shield for a reason. I'm like, if you have to shield yourself, you have to shield your team. Then the problem is, of course, the Vine can swing at you for free, right? But if you shield nothing, you might as well just go aggressive yourself. So, okay, sorry about that. I had to take a second to away from the mic. You're doing this. Who are you shielding? I like that you're going through the choke fast. You are not just staying at, like, when you're pushing, you are just going. You're not staying at the choke forever, which a lot of people tend to do. They tend to, like, just stay here, shield, shield, shield. You're going through, but your team is never with you. And this is not their fault. You're just going in by yourself. Like, you're never gonna win this. You get nanoed, but your team is in no position to follow you. You want to be a mid-shield? Be a shield! Of course you waste nano because, you know, they are actually kind of playing together. And the only time you're even close to your team is when you back off. And at this point, the Pharah just gets free value and you just die. The challenge with as far is that you are just not looking at your team. Like, now you are looking at your team because you are hard resetting after a fight. But you are like, oh, I'm looking at my team. Is my team ready? Okay, yeah, let's go. They are not quite ready. Anna took damage. Sari is still rotating. McChristy coming here. What are you doing? Like, you just decide, okay, I see a single person behind me. Like, let's look at what you actually saw, right? You turn around, you look at your team. Okay, 3 people are kind of pushing through this choke. You just sample a little bit and start going forward. And you just start going forward. And you look behind you again and you're like, okay, Saria is with me. And you just keep going forward. And you're gonna take the high ground. And you go. McCree still rotating. Ana, who had to take a different angle because the para was spamming them. And you by yourself. Like, please. Like, your Seneca is with you and your Magri is shooting at you as well. Not shooting at you, but shooting to cover you. But this is not good. That was a grab from them. Who did they grab? No, behind you. You shatter, you... I think you just missed. If you had waited one more second, the Sombra would have gotten the hack. But his trance, this is actually winnable. There's the MP. And I'm gonna say, it's not entirely thanks to you. The Ryan misses the shatter as well. Like, the Sun saves your team. McCree just kills the Pharah, Zarya just kills the Tracer. Then they just kill the Zarya. Here, their run is kind of fucked up. Their run ended up far away from their team. The team was going aggressive and the run just kind of held back. If the run had stayed here, you had no way of actually pushing. The run just gave you the high ground for free, even though you had 2v1 right now. Then your Zarya gets grabbed, pulse bomb, barrage. All of that for a single Zarya? You can see that this was actually a fight that you were probably losing. Because you don't have healing and they have a lot of healing. But his Rhine just ended up going away from the team. Like, he's got healing on point, why is he going away? He's even got more health than you do. I don't have no idea why this Rhine is going away. Like, what's he thinking? He broke line of sight with both of his supports. And ended up like, dying for it. In the case, and he fucks up each other. We end up winning, but you did not get a ton of value, and I'm sorry if it's mean, but oh, actually, maybe we don't win. You are basically just not like you are going by yourself a lot of the time, and that's a big problem because Ryan is a team hero. Oh no. So let's just call that one unfortunate. Careful. Do I even need to say it? How are you playing with your team here, right? Look at your team. Yeah, your Zarya can give you a bubble, but you got no damage to go with you. All you can do is hold your shield. You can try to go on the Zarya, but like, it's the Tracer abandoned that Zarya. Like, I'm not against this idea, just wait for one more second until your team can come with you. I don't think your ideas are bad, I think you're just going too fast for them. You get nanoed, you just shatter the ground. Like, what I'm telling you to shatter is this, even if the Rhine shields, he's probably going to block this because he's looking that way. So you can shatter this for free. Just shatter. Just shatter, just shatter, just shatter. You have 4 people, okay, good. Good shatter. That was good. Like, what you did after this rotation? Like, hold on. Here, you just kind of take the high ground by yourself. I'm glad they just don't, like, they don't have enough people here to punish you. Last time they had Ryan Zarya, this time it's only Zarya, so Zarya has to get away. I thought the Tracer was on high ground as well, but apparently she wasn't. She's just on the backline. Still, like, this would be a lot better if you had waited for your team. And yeah, you do take the high ground, which is fine, and then your Zarya just grabs 2 people, which is also really good. This charge is okay. Then you get Daniel and run them over, right? And again, the Ryan fucks up, he goes to the left, his team is to the right, you just shatter everyone. But yeah, you basically won fights when you kind of accidentally found yourself with your team. Because you are just not waiting for them most of the time. You're just kind of playing by yourself. Fire Strike Dictator is good, really good. In fact, good Fire Strike. You should be holding the choke. If you want to play defensive, you play here. But here, remember how much room you had to give them? Do you remember how difficult it was to make this rotation? And how we only pushed them away after you did this and suicide and your team pushed forward? And your brick died as well? Why are you holding so far back? This is a really good choke! Especially for Reinhardt. You should be up there. You're just letting them to the choke for free. Your team will follow you because you are Reinhardt. But here, we just let them through the choke for free. So now, not only can they run at us, but they can also take enough angle for free. They got spam damage, so getting through the choke is really good for them. Now they can just outspam your team. Your team has nowhere to hide. So our only option is to hope that someone kills that Pharah. Playing with the corner is fine. Just bait them into your sidelines. This is okay. This is okay. You're kind of trying to... That's a good charge, by the way. You can charge like this. Like when they push forward into your team's sideline, you can charge like this. This is not too bad. If you were charging like this, I would be like, no. But with this charge, you can get protected by the D.Va. You got healing. This is a fine charge if you want to do it. Obviously not right now, because you're very low, but like, hold on. Here, you can set up for a charge. You go for a fast strike, blah blah blah. You're going way too aggressive around the corner. You take some damage. And here, I will set up for a charge. Just wait until the Ryan is too committed to go back. And set up for a charge. Also, you're holding a little bit too far forward. But not a big deal. Here, when the Ryan commits, just charge. When the Zarya commits, just charge. Not anymore, because at this point you've just taken a ton of damage and you're going to die anyway. This Zarya should melee you, or should have meleeed you. I cannot believe this Zarya doesn't kill you. And, well, the Genji kills you. But the Ryan also doesn't go at you either. We just lose first, like that, and that's your fault. You gave them free choke and free engagement on you by just playing, again, a little bit too cautious around the edge. If you're going to poke, go, commit. We don't want to just go, swing, go back, because a single swing is not worth all the time you spend out of cover. Either play defensive and do corner swing, which is, even if you're playing defensive, you can swing and you can still get the corner. Or commit to going aggressive. Don't just do like, I'm gonna go in, no I'm not. I'm gonna swing once, get out, swing once, get out, swing once, get out. Not good. Either commit to going aggressive when you see the opportunity, or bait them into points where your team has the advantage and you can be safe here. But also, yeah, don't just give up this choke for free. Especially not on a brawl be brawl. If they have like died, I would be like, okay, maybe they just take this instead because you are trying to hold this choke. But they just jump in really fast and you're like, okay, we've got to get back anyway. But on brawl be brawl, that's just not good. And again, you are giving them this choke for free. In this case, your team is all here. Well, your D.Va is coming back. But, like, why not hold here? You're gonna tell me, but I'm gonna get shot. Well, but they just got to the choke. Your D.Va's back fast because D.Va. And you're gonna say letting them through the choke is not that big of a deal. It is a big deal because they got a Pharah. You got a Pharah too. which makes it an even bigger deal because, again, if you hold them at the choke, your Pharah can spam the choke and get a ton of value. But if you let them through, then again, their Pharah wasn't really able to do anything because you're basically holding the choke and your team was holding behind you, so she could try to shoot at your team, but if they play with cover, they should be fine. Now she can go forward and shoot behind you. Good kill. We don't shatter, we just wait, just reset, go back. Okay, good. Don't take the high ground. Well, you know what? I'm not against taking the high ground. I was gonna say don't take the high ground, just hold here. This is not bad though. Because if you see them coming this way, you just drop. So I'm actually okay with it. But if you're gonna drop, you have to drop to contest here. Not here. You are letting them do damage to your shield for free. At least on defense, you don't have to worry about your team timing because your team is just gonna be ready for whenever they push. We just killed the Rhine, we just killed the Zarya, this is good. Doesn't look like we followed them. We just win another fight, which is good. The Rhine's just kinda doing the same thing you did. Well, not the same thing you did, but he's just kinda pushing very, very slowly. If you want to look at the Rhine for one fight, well, first and first, you take the hard gun, you shield. Your shield should not be necessary. What you're doing is you're letting them shoot at your shield for free and wasting resources. If your team wants to poke, they can play with cover, like your McCree is doing. Like no one else is doing, because there's no one else on the high ground. But look at how much... You have no shield. You literally have no shield right now. You're taking a fight, missing like 100 health, but most importantly, 1,000 shield. That's a good kill from our Pharah. Like, your team is saving your ass. That's not great. That's great from your Zenyatta though. Again, if you're defending, you got better spawns, so trading is really good. Why are you not holding... Like, what are you afraid of? Holding the choke is very important for Rhine. Someone tries to go through the choke, you just swing your hammer at them and get free damage. Why are you holding all the way back here? You're gonna tell me my shield, my team is on the point. Okay, yeah, but you got D.Va who can come back forward. Sniper, long range, long range, long range. You're gonna tell me my team cannot do anything? No, your team can help you from a long range. They don't have to physically be with you to help you. Especially Ana. Ana does not want to be close to you. You jump. Don't jump. Never jump. Like, I know you can shield jump to go a little bit faster. You're not even shield jumping. You're just jumping. No, you're shield jumping. At least that was a shield jump. But yeah, you are shield jumping, but honestly, stop. If you or the enemy Rhine has shatter, jumping is the worst thing you can do. Jumping before a shatter means it takes longer to land, which means it takes longer... it gives the enemy Rhine more time to react. Jumping, it means the enemy Rhine has a chance to shatter under you. And that's what happens here. Stop jumping. I know you're gonna tell me, I know how to shield jump. It's bad. Yeah, it's good Rhine take to get closer, but you don't need it. Look at this. It actually goes under your shield because you were up in the air when he used it. And you block some of it. Actually, do you? Yeah, you block some of it. But it's just like not good because you could have blocked a lot more. Actually, I don't... Yeah, I think maybe you block a little bit. But hopefully you get the point. Shatter can go under you if you jump. You get nano, just go aggressive to stop them from coming forward. Counter shot, too late for that, now you're very low. Okay, that's very risky. Very, very risky. You may as well have signed your death sentence there. You didn't die, which is, surprising, but you could have died very easily. Like, I know you were nanoed, but you were also anti. And you don't die by miracle. Like, the Ryan, you had to swing at you one more time and you'll be dead. The Ryan's playing like a pussy, which is good for us, but 30 HP, 40, 50, and now you're okay. Your team is not. And we do end up losing. And how much is it your fault? Well, by using that shatter, you basically remove yourself from the front line, so they had a free front line. Let's try, by the way, just try to stall the point, but good charge into point, but yeah, that's going to be it. And for that one, all I can tell you is hold the chokes, please. It's your biggest advantage and you are giving it up away for free. Like, they gave us the point for free, which like the choke for free, which is really good for us. This is good. This is bad. I don't know if you guys just never spoke or what happened here, but you and your team are just not on the same page. You are like, I'm going to go forward this way into the Reinhardt, and your entire team was like, you know what? Let's not do that. There's a Pharah here, let's just go for the Pharah and take an off angle. And you end up being like 2-4 split, which is not that good. In fact, not good at all. At least your teams wait for you. They don't just go in blindly. But yeah, the longer you spend, the more value Pharah gets. So it's like the fact that you went different ways and had to regroup is really bad. Either spam group up with me or look at your team because you are never looking behind you. You are doing this. Okay, people are behind me at some point. Then you just go forward and never look back again. And yeah, we just keep losing because of it. On attack, you are just ignoring your team. You are going by yourself. On defense, you are giving them the choke. Okay. And they only need one take. I assume they just... Maybe they don't get it. Is this a draw? This looks like it may actually be a draw. Playing Monkey on the defense. I'm going to go really, really fast over how Monkey works. You want to play here, because from here, you can engage on anywhere on the map. If they come this way, you can just drop. If they come this way, you can just drop. Like, walk, then drop. If they try to make this rotation, you can jump and interrupt them mid-rotation and try to get the backline. If they try to do this, you can do the same. You can jump here and try to get the backline, then go back here. The idea is you go in, kill or distract, then go out.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Thank you. Defend objective A.
So yeah, just play around box. This is just box. Just play around box. Box is really good. What you're doing here is silly. Say they speed into you. Say they don't have an Ana, they have a Lucio, right? And they speed onto you. Someone sees you and they speed onto you. You are dead. You can't jump away and you're just dead. How do we not confirm the kill on the Genji? Hold on. You do damage, you do damage, you do damage, you do damage, you do damage. Why are you jumping away from this Genji? Why are you jumping away? You can kill the Genji. Kill the Genji. You give him a free chance to escape, and you've committed both cooldowns. For no reason. You're getting healing. Jump above them in the middle. Okay, good. That's good. That's a good position. You chase the Genji out. You do damage. Play around box. Get healing, that's fine. You can bubble this if you really want to. That's not a bad engagement. Your team is in position, like, this is a good engagement. You use your bubble to create space, you do damage, we get killed, that's good. Ignore the Rhine, go for the backline, be careful though. That was good. Other than the fiasco with the Genji, that wasn't too bad. And just get back to the box, which is, you know, where you want to be. This Bab is isolated, so just go for the Bab. He gets bubbled, this is fine, just jump back, okay. Two quick things. If you're going to go for these jumps, which is, I like this, right? And the bubble is okay, but you have to consider that you usually don't want to be here. Rather than landing and going this way, you should land and go this way to break this line of sight. Because again, if the enemy is rotating, you want them to be forced back. And here, you just stay in the open. Rather than rotating with the Baptiste to keep doing damage to the Baptiste and break line of sight, you keep moving away from your bubble and into their Zarya, into their soldier, into their Ana. What you should have done is jump, go this way, and once you're here, you can jump back. Like, this is not good, and you just get shot and killed. And we just lose here, right? Yeah. Okay. But hopefully that was helpful. We didn't look at Monkey a lot, but with Rhine. On defense, hold the chokes. Because it gives your team more value. Choke. Like, you can try to hold here like you are doing, but then you have to drop and hold here, not drop here. Like, the enemy Rhine did this and it actually won you guys the fight. Don't drop here. This is bad. This is good. And you meet them here anyway. They try to go up, you can start here. You meet them up here, swing at the choke, and then if you see them coming this way, you just go this way. This way, this way. And if you see them coming this way, you go here. Meet them at the choke. Same here. Meet them at the choke. You can even play here and be like, okay, I'm coming this way or this way. If they're coming this way, I play here. If they're coming this way, I play here or here. But meet them at the choke. On attack, just wait for your team. Please just wait. Look behind you. Hopefully that's more readable, but okay. Those are the two big things I want you to focus on. Gonna take a 3-minute break and I'll be right back. Right. I'm actually going to call the stream here for today, guys. I know it's only been like 2 hours, and I usually cheat, but I got to work and I'm very tired, so I'm actually going to call it here for today. I'll see you guys on Tuesday instead. That's it. Have a good day. I'm sorry I have to cut it short. Bye bye.